Hey everyone, Laurel from Gellin' with Laurel. This video is very late. I apologize. It is supposed to be the color of the month for March, but it's April now, and yeah, I did do these sets in March, but I've been very busy and I haven't had a chance to get the editing done. So again, my apologies. So March's color of the month was Jade's Wish. So in this example particularly, I'm just putting on a couple of coats of Jade's Wish, and then we're going to do a little bit of art on top. So just like normal, if you have a mini lamp, you're going to cure your finger or your swatch stick for 60 seconds, and if you have the premium or the deluxe lamp, then it's only 45 seconds. So I've just fast forwarded the curing time. I cured it 3 times to get this opaqueness in the nail, and now we're going to use the stamping pads. So in case you don't know, Gel Moment carries a lot of stamping plates. I'm not sure how many they have now. I think like 12 or more. Honestly, I don't know. I'll have to look that up for you. But there's a lot. These ones are the base ones that you get if you buy the kit. You get stamp plate 1, 2, and 3. And they're really cute. There's a couple of geometric designs. The one that you just seen previously had little lips and high heels and a couple of cool little designs. This is number 3. It has kind of zebras, a little bit of flex. You can see the little leopard, the leopard design there. Kind of neat. I've got a couple little extra ones here though. But this time around, I think I'm going to use number 9 stamping plate. There's some cute little flowers in here that I think would look great on the nail with the Jade's Wish in the background. They're the little flowers here right beside my thumb. They're going to be nice and bold and big, so they're not going to take too much away from the Jade's Wish, and it's not going to be too busy either. At least that's what I think. Let's see how it works. So first thing, you're going to want to get your stamping gel, and you're going to make a line across the design or the pattern that you're wanting to do, and then you're going to use the little card that's provided in your stamping kit, and you're going to drag it across the design. So you want to make it pretty flush, and then you're going to pick it up with your jelly stamper. Then you're going to put it directly on the nail. If you take out the one silicone, whichever end you're using, if you take out the opposite silicone stamper, you can see right through way easier. It's pretty clear, but if you leave that jelly stamper in there, it's hard to see. So there you go. Now you want to make sure you put it in the lamp for a full cure. And of course, depending on your lamp, it's going to be 45 seconds or 60 seconds. Now to clean that gel off of the stamping plate, all you need is some rubbing alcohol and a wipe, and it comes right off. And you're going to want to make sure that you keep it clean, because you don't want any little bits of gel polish or stamping polish stuck in those little grooves, because then your stamping plate's not going to work for you anymore. And to clean the jelly stamper, all you need is a piece of tape, just regular Scotch tape, or one of those lint rolls. You know, the lint rolls that you use to get the lint off of your clothes that they sell, those white pieces of paper with the sticky on it. You can use that as well. I find tape is a lot easier just because it's smaller. It's not as big as those big lint rollers, and you can just kind of keep going at it. I think if you use a lint roller, Sometimes it just transfers back to the jelly stamper, which kind of defeats the purpose. So Scotch tape works really, really good. So I want to give this nail a little bit of contrast with the flowers. So I'm going to go back to the same design, to the flowers, and I'm going to put some white stamping gel as well as some pink stamping gel on the plate, just to kind of give it a little bit of a different look. So I'm dragging down that white, and then I'm going to put a little bit of pink on there. And then I'm going to mix those two kind of together. I'm hoping that it's going to mix in a little bit, but I think I probably should have put the pink on before I drag down the white to make that happen. That's okay. We will definitely try it differently the next time. So again, just like the first time, you want to drag that polish down the design, trying to make it as flush as possible. The less bits that you have on top of the design, definitely the better, and you won't be getting upset with yourself. And then just grab the jelly stamper and lift. You can roll it, you can push down on it. Both ways, like they both work, but if you roll it, make sure that you have quite the steady hand, or else you might smudge it. And then it's great to look right through. Like I was saying before, if you look through, you can see where the design already is, so you can lay the design right on top, or you can lay it just off a little bit, which I did. I didn't want to put it right on top because then that would kind of defeat the purpose of putting the black underneath. So I just put it off just to a little bit off center, so then you could see the difference in the flowers, and it almost looks like it's shaded. So I still wasn't satisfied with this nail. I still thought it was kind of bland. So I grabbed the long dotting tool that we have in the creativity set, and I'm grabbing some white stamping polish, and I'm putting a center in the flowers just to give it a little bit more contrast. And then I'm going to pop that in the lamp for a full cure. And once it's finished in the lamp for its full cure, then you want to grab some Clearly Frisky to level out the design and just protect all of that artwork, and that will be our #1 design with the color of the month, Jade's Wish, for March. So what do you think? Cute? I think kids would love this little design with the tiny little flowers. Let me know, comments below, what do you think? So that was probably the longest design that we're going to do, or the longest taking. Stamping, just because you're cleaning and you're picking it off of the jelly stamper, you're cleaning the stamping pad. You know, it takes time, but it's probably your cleanest way of doing a nail art design. And also for people that don't have too much of an artistic way of doing nail art, stamping pads are perfect. And you know, I use stamping pads a lot just because if you're doing freehand, it looks nice, but to get an identical pattern on every single finger, stamps or decals or stickers are going to be your go-to. Now in this next design, we're just going to do kind of a marble look. I've put down on the palette here one line of Midnight Walk, one of Crazy Blue, and one of Jade's Wish, and I just took the long dotting tool from the creativity set, and I just kind of zigzagged the polishes together on the palette. So in the meantime, I've also grabbed a nail stick, and I have put one coat of the Midnight Walk on it, and I have put it in the lamp for one full cure. Now this is the nail swatch coming out of the lamp of its full cure. And now I'm just going to pick up the polish here that we've put on the palette, and I'm going to slide it just like that on the flat brush from the creativity set. And I'm just going to start at the matrix part of the nail, and I'm going to drag down the colors. So what this is going to do, it's going to give you a marble effect without any type of trying or, you know, frustration or anything else like that. And then you can use a small liner brush if you want to drag the colors through a little bit more to blend them a little bit together, or you know, you can just leave it the way that it is. You can spread it out a little bit more. You know, it's kind of up to you and how you want to make the design look. Then once you're satisfied with the way that it looks, then you pop it in the lamp for a full cure. And just like any other design, you want to cover it with a top coat. Our Clearly Frisky from Gel Moment works amazing for this. There's also top coats that have glitters in it. You know, you can take your pick, but if you don't want glitter, you just want a nice clear top coat, Clearly Frisky is your to go to. It will level out the design and protect the design as well. Once you have that Clearly Frisky on, you want to put it in for a full cure. It's going to be 60 seconds in the mini lamp or 45 seconds in the premium or the deluxe. So moving on to our third design, I have some lovey-dovey already on this nail. You can see there's a couple of lines. When you get a light color, sometimes it does not level out properly. I was in a rush doing this as well, so I wasn't waiting for the polish to settle. And I knew I was going to do a design anyways, so it was just quicker just to get it cured in the lamp and then to give it a little bit of buffing to level that color out so there's no shading. And now that we have it all leveled off with the buffing part of the nail file and wiped off clean with some alcohol or your cleansing wipe, I'm using just the brush from the bottle from the Jade's Wish, and I'm going to pretty much drag it just down the center. So I'm going to make half of the nail white and half of the nail with the Jade's Wish. Now, especially with a translucent color like Jade's Wish, it has a lot of glitter in it, but the green is very translucent. You kind of want to try to have rather something on top of it or something below it, like a base coat with a different opaquer color, because you're going to be doing a bunch of coats just because it's so translucent. So using the white as the background is perfect in this situation. And just make sure to give it its full cure. Depending on however many times you put a coat on, make sure that you give it a full cure in between each coat. Now I'm just using the stamping polish actually that we used in the first design because it's nice and opaque and I don't have to go over it a few times. If I was using Raven's Kiss, it would be pretty translucent still, so I would have to do a couple of different coats. But with the black stamping polish, it's way more opaque, so I'm able to do this with just one coat and give it a cure. So I'm just using the medium liner brush in our creativity set and I'm just dragging it across. So I used the line straight down between the white, the lovey-dovey, and the Jade's Wish. And soon as I finished that line and had it to where I liked it, I cured it. Make sure you cure it because once you start crossing the lines, if it's not cured, then the lines are going to kind of melt into each other and self-level into each other, and then you're not going to have those straight lines anymore. So make sure before you cross any lines, make sure that you do a full cure in between each line. And just like the other designs, we're going to protect it with some Clearly Frisky. And for our fourth design, we are going to do a ombre with the white, which in this case we're using Meet Me at the Chapel, and the Jade's Wish. So I'm just putting on some white Meet Me at the Chapel. And I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of hard to tell looking at the video, but I'm only going about 3/4 of the way down. I'm not going fully from matrix to free edge. It's just about 3/4. I am not touching the Meet Me at the Chapel on the free edge whatsoever. Then I'm going to grab the Jade's Wish, and I'm going to put the Jade's Wish right on the free edge, right at the tip. Now, I'm only doing it very, like right at the very tip of the free edge, because I don't want the whole nail to turn out green. And if you put too much at the tip, well, the green is so much more of a contrasted color than the white, it is extremely going to take over. So you don't want a lot at the tip. And then you're going to grab the fan brush. Well, you could use all the different kinds of brushes, but I find the fan brush works the best, the mini fan brush out of the creativity set. And you're going to use the white to drag down into the green to start. And it's just a tapping motion, a light tapping motion. You don't want the brush to come too far off of the nail, because when that happens, then you're bringing in color and tapping it down. It's not flowing, it's not self-leveling into each other. So you want to try and keep that brush nice and close to the surface of the nail, and just slightly tap and pull down, tap and pull down, tap and pull down. In a sense, you're just kind of thinning out the colors. Instead of thinking about just ombreing, think about thinning out the colors, making one color turn into the other color, because in a sense that's what you're doing. You're taking the green and fading it out into the white, and you're also taking the white and fading it out into the green. So maybe if you look at it in a different kind of perspective, it might help you achieve what look it is that you're going after. Now if you look, you can see that the green is kind of like making a little bit of a ridge there. So now I'm going to try and get the white, and I'm going to bring it back down into the green a bit, because I don't like that ridge there. It's kind of, I don't know, it's pretty predominant, and I definitely don't want that. I want the white to be kind of more overpowering than the green, and the green is just going to be like an accent on the nail. So I'm pretty happy with that. So it's going to go in the lamp for a full cure, and then of course finish it off with your Clearly Frisky. So these are all of the products that we used in today's video for all 4 different accent nails. So for the first design that we did, we used the Jade's Wish and the number 9 stamping plate with the cute little flowers here. And with the stamping plate, we used 3 different polishes, the black and the white, and then the pink, to get the layered looks. We also used this dotting tool with the white polish, the white stamping gel for the inner parts of the flower, and of course the jelly stamper. For the marbled technique, we used the flat brush, Crazy for Blue, Jade's Wish, and the Midnight Walk to do that marble design. For the green and white geometric design, we used Jade's Wish, Lovey Dovey or Meet Me at the Chapel. We also used the medium liner brush and the black stamping gel polish. For the ombre look, we used the Jade's Wish with the lovey-dovey or the Meet Me at the Chapel and the small fan brush from the Creativity set. And of course, with all of these designs, we topped it off with Clearly Frisky. So there's all of the designs. I hope you really like the designs that I come up with the color of the month for March. Sorry it was late, but definitely you can, if you picked up the color of the month, you still can make use. Make sure to like and subscribe if you've liked what you've seen so you can see more great content. As the months get a little bit closer into fall, I'm going to be speeding up the videos. Right now we are in the midst of trying to find a new home, so we've been a little bit busy, but I am doing my best to try and keep this updated for you guys. Please stay tuned and be patient, and we'll see you in the next video.